First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Kodash. That's the Paleo Hebrew, for the Father, the only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. Shalom to you. Hopefully elect, one-third, scattered to the four corners of the earth, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned from, that rule well, teaching truth and sincerity, and risking their life and freedom to do so. Shalom. I just want to bring out a few precepts. I'll be as concise as possible. Hopefully this is edifying. So I'm going to begin at Isaiah 14:1. This is dealing with a future prophecy, So for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The gold in the city ceased. Right. So, if you think about it, Israel, we haven't been given our land, right? Not yet. We don't have servants and handmaids yet, right? And we haven't taken captive those who held us captive, right? And Yahweh Shabbat Tazah, that you understand that, Lord's willing you understand that. So, Revelations 13:9 says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints, right? So, that's plain, right? So captivity is what? Bondage, slavery, right? So those that led us here, which would be the house of Esau with his sword, right? He led us into captivity, didn't he? Right? So he going to be led into captivity. Again, this is a future prophecy, right? So this is what the men of the Lord been bringing out constantly and showing us, edifying us through the word and the testimony, right? So here's the patience and the faith of the saints, right? That the staff of the wicked be broken. Again, that's going back to the book of Isaiah that I just was reading in, right? All right, so it's clear that the Most High, He not dealing with you heathen nations, man. He makes it plain. He says in Isaiah 44:7, and who as I shall call and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, right? He basically saying, like, who are you to say who you are, and I've created you, right? Let me read on. And the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them. Let's go before that. It says in verse 5 in Isaiah 44, one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel, right? So, let's go back to Revelation. Hold on. Yeah, Revelation 2:9. This is Revelation 2:9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, right? Rich where? Like rich because we are the poor. We're the poor people as far as this world is concerned, right? But we rich in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, right? And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So those people are the synagogue of Satan, man. The 1948 are small hats, man. It is what it is. All right, so you're probably wondering at this point, like, why I use that image that I got. I made a GIF out of an image that I seen last night as I was speaking and recording a video that I was gonna post up. So as I was posting, I mentioned what was it? It was Isaiah 14:23, right? I'm gonna begin at 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord, our power. Verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the bitter bittern, which is a species of bird, right? And pools of water, right? And I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, which is a broom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, right? So, hey man, this place, you see what's happening, that's plain, but it's a future prophecy, man. All right.